Now let's call on the starters for Santa Rosa City Lions. Calling on with their team captain, number 9, Ezekiel Harvey Quezada. At number 3, Jericho Adahar. Jersey number 5, Henry Saidil Bakil. At number 6, Axel Van Book. Jersey number 7, Gabriel J. Magsino. At number 8, Mark Jason Baldos. Starting libero is number 15, Aljun Centennial. Head coach is Mr. Edward Jan Lirio. Presenting the starting lineup for BNS Volleyball Club. Calling on their team captain, number 18, Ron Medalla. Wearing jersey number 3, Philip Michael Bagalay. At number 4, Russell Fronda. Jersey number 8, Jeremy Pedrosa. At number 9, Rocky Roy Moto. Wearing jersey number 12, Jan Mangulabnan. Libero is number 2, John Joshua Cruz. Head coach is Mr. Ralph Raymond Ocampo. This is match number 36 between Santa Rosa City Lions and VNS Volleyball Club. Good luck.
Take a look at the starters of the Santa Rosa City Lions. Quezada, Bakil, Adahar, Baldos, Magsino, Book, and Centeno. No Yoyong Mendoza in the starting lineup, but Adahar has been setting so well. Number 2 setter so far in the tournament. Meantime, Pedrosa, Motol, Bagalay, Mangulabnan, Fronda, Medalla, and Cruz. Medalla, first start as he came off the bench in the last game. As you all know, Ron Medalla is a 2-time and UAAP champion. Played for Ateneo. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila for the first of our triple header this Sunday. BNS hoping to stay alive in the hunt for a top 4 spot as they take on the Santa Rosa City Lions with nothing to lose. Currently at 4 and 5 in the standings, and a quick kill in the middle for Motol.
Early regalo on a Sunday for Rocky Motol. Very alert there at the net. Not even the tallest middle blocker, no, kung titingnan mo, but always so efficient for BNS.
Motol didn't score in the last game at win against Imus. A good start here for the Griffins. Bella?
And actually, yung nabanggit mo na si Motol struggled in their last game against Imus. Talagang yung middle, yun din yung advantage ng Imus, of course, with the veterans there, sila kay Malabunga. So talagang nag-struggle itong si Motol one-on-one. And buti na lang nakapalit agad ng players ito na quality minutes. But right now, I guess, ang main goal niya ay talaga makabawi from their last game. Matagal-tagal na yun, Feb 26. So he's had a lot of time to contemplate at bumalik ulit big time for VNS.
What a game for Motol so far. He has 2 of the 3 points of the Griffins. 1 attack, 1 kill block. Mangulabnan is serving so well also. Quite unusual. We see Jericho Adahar attacking for Santa Rosa. He is the starting setter for the team. So it's pretty obvious Coach Edu Lirio is doing something else here with the team.
Kasi parang nga sa kanila nabanggit natin, nothing to gain, nothing to lose na. Siguro if there's anything to gain sa team na lang nila, but in terms of team standings, wala na magagawa. So yung mga experiments, ngayon na yung perfect time para gawin yan. Maybe getting ready for the next conference or what's ahead for their team. But that was a great attack there. Definitely not an experiment. Great block rather for the Santa Rosa Lions.
That was Jericho Adahar with the block. Again, the number 2 setter in the tournament. Net touch called against the Lions. A 5-1 start for the Griffins in the opening set.
That infraction called on Santa Rosa, pero if not for that violation, that point would have been given to Rocky Motol. Makikita mo talaga how involved he is today.
Service ace para kay Pem Bagalay, the team captain, coming off a 17-point performance. 31% efficiency. He also had an ace against Imus. He is currently the number 3 receiver sa ating Open Conference.
Such an all-around player and even treated as the heart and soul of VNS.
What a block there by Magsino. That didn't go through. Sorry, the block was again, from Bakil of the Lions.
Great timing by Bakil. That was a intimidating block, no? Single block
Yeah.
yung unang attempt, but yung ni-replay na yan was the error of Motol after being intimidated by that single-man block.
Another block by Bakil. Down the line is good. What a dig there for Mangulabnan. Medalla is turned away. Pedrosa is short. And a point for the Lions.
It's one of the common errors kapag yung set sa'yo offset at sobrang taas, umiikot pa. And the tendency is the players would really look up and hindi yung titignan yung bola. So, nami-miss time nila and yung contact nila sa bola.
Adahar will set it underhand. There's a push, chance ball here for the Griffins. Medalla cross court, picked up by Quezada. There's Adahar attacking. Pedrosa. That's on the line. That's just going to be a challenge here, that's for sure, because that was pretty close. And quick to the button, Coach Edu Lirio, and there's the ball in, ball out card raised by the coaching staff. I don't know. What did you see, Mela? I'm standing up. It looked like it was out, but
Actually,
slightly out.
nasa side natin, pero kasi yung angle. Weird eh.
Currently, it's a 6-3 advantage for the Griffins. There's Coach Lirio on his feet, the former setter for University of Perpetual Health in Binyan. Coach Edu Lirio.
The players seem really sure about the ball being out.
Oh, just, clipping maybe 1 inch of the line. A lucky break here for the Griffins.
VNS Griffins putting it to work, but also getting in some luck.
Yep. So it's a 4-point advantage now. Point awarded to the Griffins. 7-3 opening set. This is Rocky Motol already with a couple of points. That service on the line. Motol doing everything today. He's attacking, he's blocking, he's serving aces as well. It's an 8-3 start. As we take another look at that jump serve by Rocky Motol. Right down the line. 5-point advantage for the Griffins against the Lions here in the opening set.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2023. Now, it may be the last game of the Santa Rosa City Lions of the conference, but head coach Ed Lirio mentioned to me that next conference, they will be stronger and better than ever. They have already started preparing for it and have already invited their star players from their 2017 Palarong Pambansa lineup, which is a surprise actually, but it is the winning Palarong Pambansa system that they are reviving for next conference. And hopefully now, according to Mayor Arlene Arcelias of Laguna, maybe we can have a Spikers Turf in one of their arenas. Back to you, Eric and Mela.
Oh, that's a great idea. I would love to see the Spikers Turf in their hometown.
On tour, no?
Yep.
Especially because a lot of our talented men's volleyball players, like the likes nila Oware Tamar and many others, came from that province.
9-4. Griffin still in full control here in the opening set. Cross-court attack by Book, who's in the game for the first time. A little 1-2 play. Mangulabnan knocks it in.
The young Mangulabnan just having veteran court sense. Kitang-kita niya yung butas doon and also maximizing yung delay doon sa blockers.
Pangulabnan, celebrating his birthday on the 28th of March. Book will throw it to the other side. A solid block as Montemayor is turned away.
You know, yung naging break nitong BNS, mahaba-haba, no? And it may be tricky, but it seems like it served the purpose for the benefit of BNS Griffins, as everyone from the team right now just looking really laser-focused and moving well inside the court.
Quezada picking it up. Oh, what a dig from Pedrosa. Here comes Medalla. Blocked. Adahar, underhand pass. Book with a push. There's a net touch against the Griffins.
Fronda admitting to the net fault. That's the downside of being too eager at blocking. And so far, itong buong BNS team, whether it's Motol, Fronda, or even the wing hitters, have been doing very good in checking the ball.
Good pass by Pedrosa. Mangulabnan. Little battle at the net, and Fronda with the point.
Papawiin agad yung error na yun, and that was a well-placed shot by Fronda. And you know, looking at them, it seems like they're just playing so relaxed, no? Pang Sunday's best yung yung vibe.
Sunday's best, I love it.
Relax lang.
7-point lead for the Griffins. Medalla with a serve. Montemayor, yes!
Strongest hit so far this afternoon on the side of Santa Rosa Lions.
He heard you about the Sunday's best. This is my best, Nella. Take a look at this.
These are the players that are more joyful to watch. Yung mga maliliit pero sobrang taas tumalon.
Pagalay, yes.
Pagalay. When we talk about court sense, Pagalay is one of the players that will come first to mind. Talented beach volleyball player. Very experienced. Kaya naman hindi kailangan laging pinakamalakas na palo, pero alam kung saan dadalahin.
7-point lead right now for the Griffins. Pagalay picking it up. Wait a minute. Is that inadvertent? Okay, a challenge right away. Assistant coach JP de Guzman with a challenge here for the Griffins. Coach Ralph De Ocampo is right now with their team in the PNVF under 18 playing for bronze. That's why head coach isn't there. So assistant coach JP de Guzman is calling the shots today for the Griffins. And but a couple more of their players are not in the lineup as well. So they are technically undermanned because some under 18 players are in the bronze bronze match in the PNVF under 18 competition.
Actually, before this game, I think their past two games also, players have been in and out in their lineup. That's why they were also having some additions.
Right.
Like for last time, etong sila.
Okay, foot fault challenge being called here. All right. They are definitely,
I think the rule is that the whole foot should be on the other side.
Across, okay. So
if it's still on the line,
it's not.
It's not.
So an unsuccessful challenge for the Griffins.
But keen eye by assistant coach.
There he is, JP de Guzman, former libero of Mapua. All right, so Montemayor, a former Red Lion, set to serve. He's a Lion with San Beda, and he's a Lion now with Santa Rosa.
Ay, wow. May continuity.
4 points for Montemayor in their win against National University. He already has a kill, as Coach Lirio talking to team captain Harvey Quezada. 6-point game. 7 serving 13 opening set. Here's Montemayor. Finally gets the whistle to serve. Good pass by Medalla. Pagalay. There's a net touch against Adahar.
Pagalay using the hands of a blocker. Kita mo yung effort niya to swipe it. Pero the point is actually accounted under unforced errors of the Lions.
Bad pass from Book. And a timeout here.
Masakit mo sabihin, hawa-hawa na. Diba? Error, ang pumupuntos naman sa kanila, error naman natin eh. Ayaw nyo ba lumaban? Ayaw nyo ba mas ano? Diba? Boys, ang dami namin naniniwala sa inyo. Yung skills naman nandyan eh. Ayaw nyo lang kumilos ng maayos, nag-iisip, ayaw nyo mag-isip. Tira nyo, ano ba ginagawa nila? Nag-service lang na maayos. Wala namang attacking malakas. Hindi tayo mag-service kayo.
First time out for Coach Lirio. And some teaching moments for him.
Layana did mention the culture sa kanila before, especially sa mga youngsters. No?
Yeah.
Palarong pambansa batches have been winning from Laguna. So it pains him to see his players playing like this. But on the side of the VNS Griffins, everything just going right. Everything's in order for Coach JP as they get another emphatic block here, courtesy of Pedrosa and Motol. VNS is gonna head on to the second technical timeout.
Griffins up by 9 here in the opening set, 16-7. And so far they are doing well in terms of serving and blocking. 4 aces for the Griffins, and also have 3 blocks. Quezada off speed, picked up by Bagalay. Back row, Medalla. Yes! Okay, that was actually called out. So a ball in, ball out challenge by JP de Guzman. Again, the assistant coach of VNS.
Players chanting, Ann Curtis, cheering on Coach JP de Guzman.
Attack was from Ron Medalla. As you see, he's communicating with Coach de Guzman. Medalla, part of the lineup.
All the players signaled at the same time to coaches, so they were very sure of the challenge.
All right. It's just, I'm getting an early look here because the review system is right beside me, and it's clearly in.
For the takeoff, meron ng tumama na kamay sa net.
A little too eager to block. So it's back to a 9-point deficit for the Lions. Quezada serving. Mangulabnan attempted. Adahar underhand set. Picked up by Mangulabnan. Cruz will set it up. Pedrosa nowhere to go. And Medalla. Yes, a little off speed, and it works against 2 blockers.
That was a great coverage by the floor defenders of VNS and able to set up itong si Medalla. Great reflexes. Pero look at the timing of Ron Medalla. Parang nakita niya kasi bitin yung set, hindi niya masyadong nalapitan. So chances are mababa na yung contact niya, mabilis siya mabablock. So pinababa niya muna yung kanyang blockers for that beach volleyball move and it's successful.
Pedrosa. Great dig from Centeno. Oh, Montemayor, yes!
Montemayor being the most explosive player so far for the Santa Rosa Lions. Talagang walang no bearing talagang yung effort niya. It's the same as any other game he's played.
Adahar with a serve. Magalay picks it up. Combination play. Medalla with a point.
It's really good to see Ron Medalla getting back into his groove. He's had a couple of highlight games here in the Spikers turf, pero medyo inconsistent pa. We know he has been recovering from his injury, and we always highlight every time that he has good games. Pero we have to remind our viewers also na in times that he's inconsistent, it's still part of the recovery, it's part of the process.
He had a knee injury in the PNVF Champions League just late last year. Nice serve. Montemayor. Ooh, what a block.
Sarado talaga yung pintuan doon sa opposite side. Whether it's Fronda or Motol, talagang well-timed, well-penetrated itong middle block ng VNS.
Ulit ako, wala kasi tayong pasa. Kung may maayos tayong pasa, may ayos na receive, makaka-atake naman tayo eh. Hindi tuloy nagkakaroon ng variation yung mga palo natin. Yung mga set natin, hindi natin maiba. Tignan mo, nakabantay na kagad sila doon sa outside. Kasi wala kang maayos na pasa. Yung mga mamaluin naman natin, alam naman na ito na. Bakit kailangan bang paluin ng malakas? Discard yan.
Discard na lang, pre.
All right, let's see the adjustments going to be made here. That's the last time out for Edu Lirio and the Lions. Cuzon continues to serve. Nice serve from Cuzon. That's an ace. And Griffins running away with this. Up by 12 already.
Such a big lead built on by the VNS Griffins. And you know, makikita mo talaga how focused they are because their points are coming from different aspects, from serves, from blocks, and even spikes. Everyone just looking good on their side today.
That was a mishit. Cuzon picks it up. Medalla block. Oh, empty. Back row for the Griffins, and they pay for it.
Magalay apologizing. Dapat area niya yung likod eh. And it's always important to note na dapat kapag kami papalo, may isa at least na may iwan sa likod for coverage while the rest covers in front.
Santa Rosa City Lions down by 11. Ooh, Buslik. Jackie Buslik knocks it in.
Buslik powering through the blockers. And you see that the blockers are very tall, no, for Santa Rosa Lions. So we know how capable he is. Like I mentioned earlier, itong si Buslik scored 12 big points for VNS in their last game.
Nice serve from the former junior warrior, Ron Medalla. Book with the point.
Book, the top scorer from their game against NU. I think that's his first point in this game today. Coming up combination attack.
Nice pass by Medalla. Magalay with a tip. Adahar. Chance ball here for the Griffins. Cuzon will set it up. Oh, yes, Fronda with a point. And this is going to be 12 set points for the Griffins.
Mentioned about the lead, but it's also a matter of how they built this lead. Talagang looking so confident today. And they've also executed a lot of plays from the open and the middle, a well-balanced playmaking from the setter.
Over received. Oh, but Magalay unable to put it away. That's a sorry miss. He wants back, that's for sure.
Santa Rosa saving one set point.
Jibo Andrada set to come in, number 10 for the Griffins. He did not play in the 5-set win versus Imus. What a serve, over received there by Magalay. Chance here for Adahar on a 1-2 play. Yes, 2 set points saved, but 10 more to go for the Griffins. This serve by Montemayor, I'd credit half that point to him. An ace. Mark Montemayor.
3 set points saved, and despite the comfortable lead, itong coach ng VNS is not gonna tolerate how the players are slowing down right now. They just need 1 point, but Montemayor has been really doing good for Santa Rosa.
Sana lang to, Neng, 10 yung chances natin. Huwag kayo kabahan, ha?
VNS on 3, 1, 2, 3! VNS!
All right, you heard assistant coach JP de Guzman. 10, actually 9 na lang yung chances nila. This is just 9 set points already because Mark Montemayor has been serving so well for the Lions. Does he have a couple more aces in him to get back in this opening set? Much better received by Bagalay. Bagalay gets it back. Ooh, into the net. So a couple of errors here for the Griffins. They might lose momentum if they don't get things straightened out. Short stint for Andrada as Motol is back in the game for the Griffins.
We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in games.
Oh, there's a block from Gab Magsino, the number 8 blocker in the tournament, and the Lions have rattled off. This is already 4 straight points.
But the last thing they want is to create pressure on their own.
Bagalay, what a dig. Adahar will set it up. Montemayor from the back row. Cuzon sets it. Combination play. Bagalay puts it away. It took a while. They gave up 5 set points, but they finally get it in the end. Take a look at this beautiful combination play. Bagalay on the tail end of it. Ben Bagalay coming off a 17-point performance.
Yung set na yun ni Cuzon talagang ididikit sa may antena, and acknowledging there was only 1 blocker for Pemi Bagalay, and he delivers, winning that first set 25-17. We'll be right back.
It is a 7-point win for the Griffins against the Lions in our first game on a 3-game schedule this Sunday. Take a look at highlights of set number 1. Great start for the Griffins. They were serving so well, they were blocking so well, and attacking as well.
And actually playing smoothly all throughout until the very last sequences of that first set, where itong ang Santa Rosa was able to stack a couple of points to somehow put pressure on the side of VNS. But again, the lead was very big for them to get rattled. Kinabahan ng konti pero hindi naman masyado, and they managed to finish that first set on a high note still. And we take a look at the stats. Napakalaking disparity on the attack department. As we mentioned, everyone just getting activated on the side of the VNS. You have Motol, Fronda, and even itong mga substitutions nila in Buslig. And of course, their leaders in Bagalay and Medalla. Everyone just contributing points. But also, their blockings have been very effective since the start, no? And they managed to get 4 kill blocks. And the aces as well, 5 aces to really demoralize itong young Santa Rosa squad.
Bagalay. That's a good dig. Adahar sets it up. Quezada blocked at the net. Adahar with a fake set. They got Bakil up top, but he just couldn't get it across the net.
Hang time does it for Rocky Motol. Actually, mistyped yun kasi nung tumalon siya dun sa atake nung setter. Akala niya papaluin or ida-drop. But yung hang time niya enough para matimingan pa rin yung drop ball na yon.
But babawi si Bakil on that great receive.
And towering the blockers. Great reception. Yun lang yung kailangan din nila no? Dahil nung first set, 5 aces nga itong VNS. And kahit yung mga hindi aces, nahihirapan pa rin silang ihatid sa setter. That's why they weren't able to set up plays. And that's also the reminder of their coach from the timeouts.
First error for the Lions on a service error by Adahar. But they get a free point right back as Motol throws a point away. And don't look now, though. If you check the lineup of the Lions, Yoyong Mendoza is on the floor, #1. Their top scorer, coming off a 6-point performance. Let's see how he changes the complexion of this game in favor of the Lions. Medalla with a tip, blocked up top by Lyric Mendoza. And that push by Pedrosa into the antenna. And right now, Santa Rosa on top by 1, 3-2, second set.
Definitely a different pace for the VNS this second set. Even in their body language, it seems different, no?
Over receive. Mendoza, Lyric Mendoza couldn't put it away, but they get a chance ball here. What will they do? Will they get Yoyong Mendoza involved? Not just yet. There's Lyric Mendoza with the kill.
Pedrosa and mga labnan nagkalituhan doon sa second ball na yon. Although Cruz was able to get a touch on that quick hit.
Biggest lead for the Lions in the entire match. They did not lead in the opening set. That service long for Bakil. Henry Bakil will sit down. Noy Pedrosa. Good pass by Centeno. Quezada. Off the block and outside.
Sada just hitting smart. Getting that point for Santa Rosa. He's been trying to go hard no, in the first set. But naboblock siya regardless kapag i-drop niya or lalaksan niya. Nahuhuli pa rin.
A dunk by Lyric Mendoza. This is now the biggest lead of the Lions at 3 points. And this is what happens when you get good receives. And Adahar, we mentioned Adahar, how good he is, the #2 setter in the tournament. And he's making some good plays here. Fronda, that's partially deflected by the block. Here comes Yoyong Mendoza. There you go. The former Griffin gives his team a taste of his brand of volleyball.
And the pace of the game has changed entirely for Santa Rosa Lions, and playmaking is the main factor so far. Makikita mo naging disorganized na yung blocking pattern nitong VNS compared to the first set. They were very in sync sa mga timing nila at pag-anticipate nila kung kanino ibibigay, and all because of reception. But this time, that quick hit's gonna do it for Fronda.
Griffin's down by 3. Medalla with a serve. Great pass by Centeno. Lyric Mendoza rejected. Adahar underhand pass. They go to Yoyong Mendoza. Blocked as well. Great defense by Fronda at the net.
Well, in the first set, it was Motol who started things off for VNS, and this time, Fronda doing well in attacking and blocking.
Another good pass by Centeno. Lyric Mendoza, that's picked up by Medalla. And yes, a big kill there by Pep Magalay.
It was an excellent kill by Pemi Bagalay, but look at this set. So quick and low for Pemi Bagalay at nakabit na talaga yung middle blocker nitong Santa Rosa paghabol dun sa set na yun.
Another good serve by Medalla. Yes, awesome kill by Axel Book.
The youngsters are gonna head into the first technical timeout, 8-6.
Welcome back to the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2023. Now, just like what you said earlier, Mela, in our first set, everything is going right for the VNS Griffins. And there are actually many factors towards this. Firstly, head coach Ralph Ocampo actually made his players go home to their families for one whole week because para daw sa kanya and kay assistant coach John De Guzman, mental recovery is just as important as physical recovery for these young guns. And secondly, ang taas daw ng moral nila coming into this game as just yesterday, their U18 players won the championship in the QC meet, giving them the boost that they need. Back to you, Eric and Mela.
All right, thank you. Great report, Ayana. And right now, they are, I don't know if it's done already, but they were in the bronze medal match in the BNVF under-18. So very busy, the VNS club team. Their seniors and their under-18 group in the past week. After being down by 3, the Griffins tie the game at 8. Centeno will pass it. Here comes Yoyong Mendoza with a push. He had the right idea. That was an opening there, but he unable to just get it across the net.
Yung full swing approach niya, ang layo nung inatras ng mga defenders nitong VNS eh. So, like you mentioned, right intention, pero execution, medyo kinapos.
This is a 4-point run right now. Mendoza, there you go. That's more like it.
Babawi itong si Mendoza. We actually have 2 Mendozas for the Santa Rosa Lions, no? Pero itong ang si Yoyong Mendoza, the top scorer so far for Santa Rosa, conference-wide.
That's right.
But for today, kakapasok niya lang dito sa second set.
They didn't use him in the first set, which is surprising for Coach Lirio. Bagalay. There's a net touch. Going to be called against the Lions.
Meanwhile, it is the same solid starters for VNS. Like we mentioned, on top of the coverage, kailangan nila ng 3 or 4 set wins sa lahat ng games nila that are remaining here in the elimination round.
Jan Mangulabnan turns 21 on March 28. Mendoza, block. Oh! No coverage in the back. Axel Book was there, but he got stuck in place.
Great collaboration between Motol and Pedrosa. Alam mo, kanina pa yung timing nila eh.
Yeah.
And makikita mo yung kamay talaga nila nandito na sa side ng Santa Rosa.
So from being down by 3, the Griffins up by 2. Mendoza from the other side. Yes!
Meanwhile, on that last sequence of blocking, itong si Motol, well-timed kaya lang yung katawan niya medyo malayo sa net. Yung kamay niya nakapasok eh, pero kapag malakas yung palo, kayang itulak yung kamay niya.
1-point game here. Bagalay. Mendoza with a beautiful dig. That is just on the line for Motol.
That was a great one-handed dig para dito kay Book. Pero sabi nga natin, yung first point itong VNS galing sa regalo, di ba? And always so alert at the net itong si Rocky Motol.
Good pass by Yoyong Mendoza. And an easy kill there for Henry Bakil.
Bakil. And really dominating on that running hit. Wala tayong masyado nakitang ganyan nung first set dahil nga they had problems with reception, but this time it's a more balanced setting and more middles getting activated. When we talk about middles getting activated, Motol just on top of his game here today.
Almost an over-receive, but Mangulabnan did a great job keeping it on their side.
Kanina first line attack yung regalong pinalo niya, and this time first line attack ulit itong galing sa set ni Mangulabnan.
Over-received there by Yoyong Mendoza. Here comes Medalla. Didn't cross the net, so 4 touches going to be called against the Griffins. There's going to be a challenge. Yes, there is. A block touch challenge by Coach JP De Guzman. Well, let's see if he's correct here. First challenge. For the Griffins here in the second set. All right, that was a quick review. There's no touch whatsoever. Not even close. So unsuccessful challenge for the Griffins. So it's a 1-point game after that unsuccessful challenge here. Bakil sends it into the net though. Service error from Henry Bakil. Couple of substitutions for the Griffins as Jackie Buslig and Kuzon will return. Try to protect this 2-point advantage. For those of you who just tuned in, VNS Griffins still alive for a hunt. A top 4 spot. Meantime, the Santa Rosa City Lions are out of contention. And playing in their final game of the Open Conference. Mendoza, Lyric Mendoza, unable to get it across the net.
That was a great attempt to again activate itong middle, pero sumobra naman yung follow through. That set was actually sakto para sa kanya, no? But kanina yung kanyang dump ball, very successful. He wanted to replicate the effort.
Book! Yes! Axel Book.
This is the kind of successful attempts that you get when your middles are activated. Tingnan mo yung pagkagat ng middle. Itong si Fronda and Book only having 1 blocker from that last spike.
Bagalay with a great pass. That didn't touch anyone. Oh! There was a block touch call against the Lions. And they're not going to challenge, apparently. So this is a technical timeout. Griffins are up 16-13 here in the second set.
That's considered a check ball, and mga VNS from being down, lamang na ulit ng tatlo. You're at the second technical timeout.
Welcome back to the Spiker Surf Open Conference 2023. We're live at One Sports Plus. Now, Eric and Mela, Yoyong Mendoza has been doing wonders for the Santa Rosa City Lions, but sadly, this might be his last conference with the Lions. Ang sabi ni Yoyong, hindi pa sa sure if he will really be leaving the team, but now that he is going to college, he also wants to explore, compete, and learn more at a collegiate level. Back to you, Eric and Mela.
No one would even believe na hindi pa ganun ka-experience itong si Yoyong Mendoza. Like you mentioned, he is the top scorer of the Santa Rosa Lions in the Spiker Surf Conference. But of course, giving up this opportunity for better learnings from a legit collegiate team definitely do wonders for him in his future career. So this is a good stepping stone for Yoyong Mendoza as the Santa Rosa Lions scores another point, cutting the lead to just 3. Cruz with the reception, and Buslig going cross court. We mentioned how Buslig played in that game against Imus, and right now contributing any way he can here. Avoiding the blockers, going cross court. Pedrosa on the serve. Over ball, hit by Femi Bagalay, and Mendoza is gonna hit that ball out. And again, the reception problems of the Santa Rosa Lions are back. A lot of over-receives so far again here in the second set, just like they did in the first, giving more opportunities for VNS.
Biggest lead right now for the Griffins at 5 points, and they get a free ball from Yoyong Mendoza. Cross court is good for Jackie Buslig.
Buslig yet again going cross court. A bit sharper than the first one, but nevertheless, both successful as their lead balloons to 6 points. Santa Rosa is gonna call for a timeout.
Pagdating ng bola, parang natatakot na kayo itaas yung bola. Wala na yung receive. Isa lang naman naging problem natin eh. Receive error lang, hindi tayo makagawa ng play. Break ball palagi, oh. Okay. Predictable na, nandito na yung mga blocker o nandun na yung blocker. Kasi walang play. Wala nang...
Well, after starting off well, leading by 3 early in the second set, and right now Santa Rosa facing a 6-point deficit late here in set number 2. Russell Fronda also celebrating his birthday on the 28th of March. Yoyong Mendoza on the attack, yes!
Much simpler attack, but nonetheless efficient. Great wrist action there. Not even enough follow through, no? Talagang wrist action lang will do it for Mendoza.
And the other Mendoza, Lyric Mendoza, sends it outside. So Lions, Mela, they can't really seem to get a good run here because they keep committing these errors.
Very, very different from how they played against NU, because we mentioned, no, in that game, yung NU nagkaroon ng problems closing out the sets, and actually NU was actually ahead so many times in the different sets, but itong Santa Rosa just really know how to close out sets. But very ironic here na talagang nagsastruggle sila kapag padulo na. They've gotten the lead in the earlier parts of the second set, pero so far they are still alive here, just down by 5 points.
Montemayor is in the game, replacing Harvey Quezada. So let's see this combo. It's a really lethal one, especially in front. You've got Adahar, Bakil, and Montemayor in front, but Mendoza again with an error. The Lions committed 29 errors in a 3-set win. So they're really an error-prone team. Almost 10 errors per set.
5 errors already so far in the second set. In terms of service for Santa Rosa.
That's outside from Bakil. You saw Barbie San Andres earlier enjoying the action, a former VNS Griffin.
The errors of Santa Rosa Lions plaguing them in the second set, getting their chances. Kanina, ano pa eh, ganado sila.
Yeah.
Sabi nga natin, nag-iba yung body language. Ganado sila because they know they're close. They have a different set of starters here in the second set. But the errors have really, killed their momentum.
Bakil with a little push right there. But these highlights and these points are few and far between for the Lions. Back row. Buslig. That's gone. I like the effort of De Feria, but you're not going to catch that.
Everyone celebrating on the side of the VNS. Itong si Buslig, one of their younger players. Sabi nga nila, Coach Ralph last game, of course, going up against veterans. Ito yung mga kailangan nilang i-compose na players, kagaya nila Buslig. But every time they get composed, good things happen to VNS. Big promise for Buslig here and the whole VNS squad.
Book gets it through the double block. Pagalay sets it up for Medalla. Oh, and Medalla gets the W on an off-speed attack. Just too many errors for the Lions. 12 in total just in set number 2. Meanwhile, the Griffins, great control of the ball. Only 3 errors and almost perfect volleyball gets them an easy win again in the second set. So the Griffins up 2-0 against the Lions. Well, identical scores here in the first 2 sets in favor of the Griffins against the Lions. Although they did start off a little short. Talking about the Griffins, they were down by 3 points early in set number 2, but they really bounced back. And when they took control, they never gave it up, Mela.
Identical scores, pero very different storylines. In the first set, the lead was with VNS all throughout, pero nung dulo, dun humabol itong Santa Rosa. Meanwhile, dito naman sa second set, ang abante nasa Santa Rosa nung una. Of course, they exploded with a lot of attack points. Kaya lang yung errors naman nila happened, and we have to really take note how big 12 errors are in just a set, and 5 of those coming from service errors. So definitely momentum breakers for Santa Rosa. Sayang yung highlight nila ng atake, 14 points. 10 points lang para sa VNS, but they were actually the ones who negated themselves with 12 errors in that second set alone. But we also have to credit VNS also banking on their blockings in the second set. Actually, all throughout the game so far, itong blockings ng VNS have been in order for them, with Motol leading the way. And mention of Rocky Motol, 8 points already for the VNS Griffins, followed by Fronda. So, Eric, you have to really commend how engaged and involved itong mga middles ng VNS are in this game today.
Griffins doing a pretty good job, really taking care of the ball. 3 errors in the first set, 3 errors as well in the second set, 6 errors in total. But just as we say that, they commit a service error to kick things off in set number 3. Jan Ulabnan sends it into the net. for the first point of Adahar and the rest of the Lions here in set number 3. Great save by Bakil. Quezada, that's double contact.
Sa ikot pa lang, kitang-kita na agad yung violation. But you see Cruz also on the floor for VNS. He's actually the magic bunot on their game against Imus when Motol was struggling. So let's see the difference he makes here today.
Magalay, the scoring leader in the NCAA with 45 points in a match. Adahar, single hand set. The underhand pass from Montemayor. Chance ball for the Griffins. Great receive by Adahar. Montemayor. Cruz keeping it alive. Mangulabnan. Here is Medalla. Montemayor once again. It's gone.
There was no blocker for Montemayor as Ron Medalla was still on the side, checking if he hurt his knee after he adjusted for his last spike. Pero you can't do that when you're up against Montemayor. Nakita natin gaano ka-explosive yung bata kapag tatalon pa lang. Whether may blocker, no, talagang mataas yung efficiency. At mas kayang-kaya niya yung gawin kung walang blocker. But speaking of kayang-kaya, Medalla pupuntos ulit. Powering through the blockers and hitting it off the block.
His knee seems to be fine, Medalla.
Pagka minsan kasi yung ilang factor na din, di ba?
If you feel a little twitch. Good serve by Renz Cruz, coming off a 6-point performance in their win against Imus.
Again, that was a great attack. And just like in the second set, no, kanila yung atake, lamang sila dyan. Pero yung error nila talaga yung kumukontra. And again, that's another error on their side, which could have been an attack point na hindi na depensahan ni Mangulabnan.
Centeno picking it up. Centeno diving for it. Montemayor against 2 blockers. Yes!
Montemayor just having a lot of options today, going cross-court, going down the line. And you see the full swing and the wrist action. Very talented young player.
3-all sa third set. Oh, what a dump. That is Gab Magsino.
You know, the middles of Santa Rosa, mostly yan yung strategy nila, no? Mga dump balls talaga. It's just as efficient as a spike, pero mas mahirap timingan.
Pedrosa with a kill.
Jeremy Pedrosa also has been getting a lot of sets this afternoon. Just making every opportunity out of all the sets given to him.
Good pass by Centeno. Ooh, Mendoza dismisses the blocks of VNS for a spectacular kill.
The game is getting more exciting. And so far, ito yung parang pinakadikit at palitan nila na face throughout this game.
Oh, but a big answer from Russell Fronda. These two teams exchanging big blows here in set number 3.
You know, the other thing to highlight here also is the battle of the setters, no? Dahil very young and talented itong set of setters natin this afternoon.
Great serve, but a better receive. That pops up over the net cord. Magalay rejected. Excellent defensive play by Gab Magsino, the again number 8 blocker of the tournament.
Magsino just trying to make that impact needed by Santa Rosa Lions.
And Magsino puts the Lions on top by 1. 6 serving 5, set number 3. Great pass. Easy kill. Russell Fronda ties the game at 6.
Look at Mangulabnan, just really getting creative, having a lot of weapons and knowing when to use them. As Fronda hits yet another quick hit.
Fronda with the serve. Not a good pass from Centeno. Here comes Montemayor, back row. Yes! Lions back up on top.
He's been going to that angle with majority of his attacks, whether from the back line or in the front line. Hindi talaga madepensahan eh. And minsan ang hirap din talaga basahin ng katawan ng Kaliwete.
Yoyong Mendoza with a serve. Great pass by Medalla. That's outside. Oh, but there is a net touch going to be called against the Lions. Sorry, error there for Santa Rosa.
So far, the challenges on the side of Santa Rosa are their service and their errors. Managing those areas could really make this game a bit more exciting.
7-all. Quezada outside. There's a block touch going to be called against the Griffins. So, the Lions take us to our first technical timeout. They're enjoying a 1-point cushion as you take a look at this Quezada attack. There's a block touch going to be called against Renz Cruz. 8-7 Lions over the Griffins here in set number 3.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2023. And Eric and Mela, I actually want to talk about Buslig of VNS. I want to add to what you guys were saying earlier. And actually, inamin sa akin ni Assistant Coach John that he is one of the players na nag-step up and improve talaga for his team in this conference. And one of them is hindi na puro power ang attacks niya. Mas nag-widen na yung skill set and choice of attacks resulting to easier kills. Back to you, Eric and Mela.
Thank you, Ayana. There's a point for the Griffins. As again, the game is tied at 8 this time. Pagalay knocking it in. Pagalay out of Las Piñas went to Mapua in college. Adahar sets it up. Montemayor attacks. And this time from the other side, Bella. Same angle, same result.
Seems like he's been loving those cross-court hits. And what a performance by Montemayor.
Yeah.
Big opening for him. And like we mentioned, mahirap talagang basahin kung saan pupunta itong mga kaliweteng ito.
Bakil sends it outside. Bakil with 5 points. Third leading scorer. Montemayor and Mendoza have 7 each. In the meantime, for the Griffins, Fronda leading the way with 9. Motol with 8. Pagalay with 6. Renz Cruz, 6 points, 3 of them blocks in the last game. Nice block at the net by Magsino. Oh, yes!
Great effort by Mangulapnan on the floor. And look at the frustration from him dahil walang nag-recover nung second ball.
But great reaction by Magsino if you see him there on the second jump. Anticipating the tip. Mangulapnan. Pedrosa, Yoyong Mendoza chasing it down but can't keep it alive. So the Griffins tie the game once again. What a seesaw battle here in the third set, Mela.
That was actually still a good ball, no? Dahil hinabol nitong ni Mendoza but no one was there to recover the ball. But like you mentioned, this is the tightest so far in the whole game. But yung errors ngayon dito sa VNS nagpaparamdam.
That's right. That's mainly the reason why it's a close game. The Griffins with a lot more errors now compared to the first 2 sets. Medalla sends it across. What a set by Adahar. Back row, Pedrosa. Yes!
Adahar now just replicating also the efforts of VNS dahil ang nagiging effective sa kanila yung mga gitna as Motol and Fronda are their top scorers. So that's exactly what Adahar is doing for Santa Rosa. But now, just a lot more sets.
Montemayor unable to get to it. The set wasn't really perfect. And now VNS take the lead, up by 1, 12-11.
Tinry niya pang i-angle yung spike na yun eh. So, sa net din dumiretso.
And this little run by the Griffins, courtesy in part by Medallas serving. Cruz will set it up. Medalla back row into the net. Another error. And we talked about how the Griffins, these errors are really hurting them here in set number 3.
They have to keep their goal in mind. They need to win in 3 to 4 sets. So the last thing they want is to be complacent against a very young and hungry team in Santa Rosa.
Who want to close out strong here in the Open Conference. Pedrosa gets a little help from the net cord. It trickles in. And that's a point. Griffins up by 1.
Lucky shot by Pedrosa. Sliding on top of the net.
So Pedrosa with 7 already. Served by Russell Fronda. Adahar. Mendoza, Bakil with coverage. Ooh, that's got to be an overreach and a net touch as well by Bagalay.
Bagalay just getting over-eager, but he had the right intention, no? Para bago pa siya unahan sa taas, he went for that spike, but lack of balance. Give the point to Santa Rosa.
13-all. Yoyong Mendoza quietly with 7 points for the team. Good pass. Adahar keeping it alive. Here comes Quezada. There's a net touch as well here for the Griffins. And the Lions go back on top by 1, 14-13.
Again, those errors have been cutting the momentum of VNS and giving more confidence also to Santa Rosa. So in contrast with how in sync everyone was moving in the first 2 sets.
Bagalay. Montemayor trying to keep it alive. Ooh! You love the effort of De Feria, but it's going to be hard to bring back.
Sayang rin yung effort ni Montemayor doon. That's why someone also had to try at least to recover that pancake save by Montemayor.
14-all. Serve could have been out, but Mendoza picked it up. Montemayor with a push. Yes! Montemayor now with 8.
Seems like everything he does is working magic for Santa Rosa. Just always ready, no? Kahit nasang part siya ng court, always ready to attack.
Bagalay. Pedrosa. Ooh! Wow! Pedrosa now with 8 on a broken play. Gets it across.
Broken play and going down the line. Almost a first line hit. Nag-compress yung kanyang mga blockers, no? Pero itong si Pedrosa twisting mid-air, go for that hit.
Griffins with 4 errors. That's 1 more than the third set as Quezada puts it away and takes us to our second technical timeout. The Lions up by 1, 16-15. Take another look at this powerful hit. Team captain Harvey Quezada with a beautiful kill here. One-point lead for the Lions, 16-15 here in set number 3. It's been a close one. Nobody's really had any form of momentum here as both teams with their fair share of errors. 5 errors for Santa Rosa, 4 errors for VNS. Ron Medalla cross-court picked up by Quezada. Here comes Montemayor with a push again. This time from the other side. Montemayor now with 9.
Very efficient off the bench itong si Montemayor. His success rate over his attempts has been really high. And the variation also in his attacks are there.
Good pass by Bagalay. Pedrosa with the push. Kept alive by Yoyong Mendoza. Whoa, nice delivery there for Magsino. Adahar sets it up. Quezada. Cruz picks it up. Medalla. Oh, great floor coverage here by the Lions. Montemayor, nowhere to go. What a block there by Renz Cruz.
Renz Cruz making the impact that he had way back in their game against Imus. Blocking's really his mastery. Look at the follow through from that palm. And at least someone from VNS being able to stop Montemayor.
After the long rally, Lions still on top by 1 here, 17-16. Medalla looking for the tie. Adahar picks it up. Montemayor again. Blocked again. Oh! Easily read by the defense of the Griffins. Back-to-back kill blocks, and the game is tied at 17.
You gotta love that VNS is really learning along the way, no? Dahil kanina pa sila napupuntosan itong ni Montemayor, and they have this learning curve. Kaya naman yung kanilang mga middles finally blocking itong si Montemayor, at ililipat siya sa open side. Try to drift him away from the blockers.
Montemayor again. Wow, he can't get anything through. Fronda back-to-back kill blocks. 11 points for Fronda, and now the Griffins on top after trailing by 2. This is a 3-0 run by the Griffins.
3 consecutive blocks against Montemayor. That should be very challenging from his point of view. Let's see if he gets to come back. Dahil kanina we've been mentioning how efficient he was, and then just as we mentioned it, sunod-sunod siya na block.
Montemayor again. Was there a touch? Yes, there was a block touch. So Montemayor, after 4 attempts, finally gets a point.
Seems to be recovering from the 3 consecutive kill blocks against him, but
there's a challenge.
Coach Ralph is here, by the way, and he's gonna call the shots, and he wants a challenge for VNS on net touch.
So Coach Ralph de Ocampo finally makes it. Challenge. Let's see if there's a net touch against the Lions. If there isn't any, that's going to be Montemayor's 10th point. He's going to be the first player for Santa Rosa in double digits if the challenge is unsuccessful. A quick review here. All right. No, it doesn't look like there was any touch. So
bola yung tumama doon sa tape ng net.
Yep. So Montemayor with 10. Edu Lirio, the head coach of Santa Rosa City.
Santa Rosa is going to equalize the score at 18 all.
Medalla with a pass. Medalla gets it back. De Feria passes. Adahar. They go to Mendoza. Yoyong Mendoza. Owa Cruz. And that gets across, and a lucky break. Jan Mangulabnan puts it in off an odd angle on a one-handed pass. Take another look here.
Total team effort. Of course, Cruz also with that one-handed save on defense. And that's why you have to love players who make the attempts. Dahil minsan yung mga attempts na yan nakakaswerte pa. That's exactly what happened there as the PNS ejected in their double sub.
They had the lead momentarily, but a service error by Cuzon, and we're tied at 19. A really close third set here.
Cuzon, one of the latest additions in the VNS lineup, actually played spiker along with Benny Bagala and Mapua, and this is the first time he's playing the setter role for VNS and in his entire career.
Yep. Buslig puts it in. Jackie Buslig with another point.
Buslig just having a lot of confidence in his attacks today. High contact, great swing, nice form, and he gets yet another point.
Griffins on top by 1. Great serve by Medalla. Yoyong Mendoza blocked. Mendoza will try again off a combination play. Rejected again, Russell Fronda. Oh my goodness. 12 points for him and a 2-point cushion here for the Griffins. Timeout called by Edu Lirio. Take another look at this beautiful defensive play.
Ganda ng habol ni Fronda. Kumagat siya sa gitna but he was just quick enough to get to that open block as Santa Rosa calls for a timeout.
Kahit anong mangyari, kailangan nyo makuha tong puntos na to. Sa ating makukuha natin tong set na to. Diba? Ganun lang. Isang magandang receive, isang magandang palo. Okay, Eko, gawa ng paraan na. Kailangan may options. Hindi ba pwede walang options? Go, go, go!
All right, you heard Coach Lirio. Atin tong set na to. We will get this next point. Just need a good receive. Easier said than done, though, because Ron Medalla has been serving so well in this match.
There's a full front lineup also on the side of VNS.
Medalla. Oh, yes, they get the point. Lions do on an error by Medalla.
Great timeout by coach of Santa Rosa to freeze the server.
Meantime, we see Joshua Kamagan come in for the first time. He did not score in the last 2 games. Nice serve, but a better pass by Medalla. Here comes Bagalay. Yes!
Bagalay finally going down the line. He hasn't had a lot of sets compared to, you know, the amount he's been getting in the first set. But every time he gets set, always ready to deliver, finding the open areas in the court of Santa Rosa.
Mendoza off the chest of Ron Medalla. Bagalay sends it over. That did not cross the antenna, so that's an error from Pam Bagalay.
Didn't even jump for that ball dahil hindi siya naka-atras enough for that set. The effort of Ron Medalla to defend that ball, trying to find balance right after he had the contact with the spike.
Buzon sets it up. There's a kill. And again, Buslik. Jackie Buslik played in athletics for the 2016 CARAA or Cordillera Administrative Region Athletic Association. Serves it outside though.
I was gonna say, parang 100% si Busling ngayon. Lahat ng pinalo niya puntos. But, ayan nga, with stats backing him, 6 out of 6 on attack, 100% efficiency this afternoon. Pero yung serve na yun is gonna be the most crucial, I think, in this whole set.
They do have a 1-point lead though, so let's see if they make a good pass here. Mangulabnan. Bagalay dug up by Mendoza. De Feria will pass. Quezada with a push. Pedrosa picks it up. Bagalay once again. Yes! And this is 3 match points for the Griffins. Take a look. Great receive. Bagalay is open. Bagalay knocks it in. Timeout for the Lions. This is our final timeout. We'll listen in.
Percentage kung kayo na mo ibibigay, ready palagi. Ready. Pero kailangan may options. Pag mali yung receive, dapat ready mga malo natin. Maliwanag? Ganun lang. Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin ko dito.
Re-atake tayo. Isang magandang
All right, let's see the response of these young Lions. Yoyong Mendoza, very quiet, 7 points for him. Coming off a 6-point performance. We know he's capable of double digits every single game. But this guy, Pam Bagalay, 8 points, and he delivered this VNS with 3 match points in his last kill. Good serve. Oh, but a quick kill. Beautiful play set up there on a good receive. A great pass by Adahar, and Bakil with a kill, saving 1 match point. There are a couple more. Timeout here for Coach Ralph De Ocampo. Take a look at this beautiful zero-tempo play. Let's see what the white and blue will draw up.
Diba? Sa case sa base, okay? Now, first attack lang tayo. Isang first attack, isang good receive, isang set. Kahit sino mabigyan, kayang-kayang pumatay. Okay? Let's go.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win!
All right, so assistant coach JP De Guzman talking to the boys there. Only one match point they have. I beg your pardon. They had 2 match points earlier. One was saved. 1 more to go. Substitution as Baldos will check in. And will serve. Jason Baldos did not score in the last 2 games as well of Santa Rosa.
No room for errors for Baldos. But so far, the timeouts of Santa Rosa have been very productive for them. They always get a point right after their timeouts.
Here we go. Oh, that's too close to the net. An easy block by Quezada on Pedrosa. So 2 set match points, I beg your pardon, erased by the Lions, and we're tied at 24.
Now the pressure kicks in for VNS. If they could close this set out. Again, they're still vying for that number 4 slot in the semis, and the best way to get it is to sweep the remaining games in the elimination round. And Santa Rosa is gonna get them 2 match point.
So a service error by Jason Baldos, and it's back to match point. This is match point number 3 for the Griffins, 25-24.
Good news for the VNS fans. Their top scorer is in the front line. Talking about Fronda.
Montemayor saves the match point, and we're tied at 25.
Montemayor, we mentioned how efficient he is this afternoon. He was neutralized by the blockings of VNS in his last rotation, pero now is the time that he would want to get those stack of points again.
Bad pass by Medalla. He gets it back. Ron Medalla. That is blocked. That's a little too close to the net. Another block against Pedrosa. And don't look now, but the Lions get to set point for the first time in the match. Griffins, as you take a look at this last sequence, 2 bad sets. That could have been double contact as well on Mangulabnan. An easy block against Pedrosa. And this is the final timeout for the Griffins. We'll listen in.
Okay, simulan nyo sa receive. Set, isang first attack lang.
Go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win! Pasok tayo maganda, pasok maganda.
All right, let's see what will happen here. Excellent play by their opponents. The Lions saving 3 match points and now have a set point against the Griffins. Mangulapnan had difficulties setting it up in the last few plays. Now on the serve of Quezada, they can win this set. Good pass by Bagalay. Fronda with a push, and Fronda saves a set point. We're tied at 26.
Again, Fronda in the front line means good news for the VNS Griffins. He is the top scorer so far today, and look at the reach. He's made a lot of impact this afternoon in blockings, in attacks. And he's the best guy to go to.
Pedrosa serving. Adahar goes to Montemayor. That's outside. No, it's called on the line. There's going to be a challenge here for sure. It was called line ball. So challenge from Coach De Ocampo. If they are successful, they will go to match point. If they're unsuccessful, they are under by the second set point of the Lions. A crucial review here.
Meanwhile, at the heart, talking to their coach, parang nagsistrategize na sila kasi kung outside man daw, challenge naman sila ng ball touch.
Wow, that's clearly in. Clearly, it's not even close. So, set point once again. This is set point number 2 for the Lions. There are no more challenges remaining for the Griffins. Montemayor with a beautiful serve. Better pass by Medalla. Here he comes. Ron Medalla gets it through and saves the set point. How beautiful is this closing of set number 3?
Medalla just stepping up, and that leadership role he knows that he has. He would have to score that point before going to the back line.
Mendoza rejected. Adahar keeping it alive. Montemayor back row into the net. error, one attack, and now the Griffins are back at match point. This is match point number 4.
Rare error by Montemayor this afternoon. Kanina, ang dami niya talagang naipuntos dyan sa back row. But at the time that they needed the most, he's gonna get an error, but he's gonna try again, going for the cross court.
Pagalay for the win. There's a net touch against the Lions, so he didn't even have to get it through. Griffins get the W on an extended set number 3, courtesy of an error by the Lions. What a finish to this exciting set number 3.
No, the sets, the whole game, it was gradual, no? Parang the first set talagang sa VNS. Second set, Santa Rosa had a little fight at them. And then here in the third set, just a very tight match between these two teams as VNS gets the better of Santa Rosa.
Yeah, we talked about VNS. They must win in 3 or 4 or better sets. And they win in 3 sets here. VNS over Santa Rosa.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2023, and what an exciting match that was. Our first game of today's triple header, and once again, winning in just 3 sets are the VNS Griffins. And joining me now is the best player of the game, Russell Fronda. Hello, Russell. Congratulations. Now, Russell, grabe yung depensa nyo in today's game, and all of your games actually, blockings talaga yung naging strength nyo in this conference. Gusto ko lang malaman, ano yung mga ginagawa nyong strengthening sa trainings para maging strength talaga yung defense ninyo?
More on overload naman po kasi kami, kaya na-execute namin talaga yung na-practice namin. Yun po.
Now, Russell, syempre sabi sa akin ni Coach John kanina na medyo busy tong week na to. Meron kayong U18 these past few weeks. Now, paano nyo ba gina-juggle yan? Especially na young kayo, may mga nag-aaral din in your team. How do you juggle yung mga training, school?
Yun po, yung about sa U18 naman po. Kami lang po kasi adjust kami, and para makapag-perform din yung U18 namin and kami, mag-adjust talaga kami sa lahat ng training.
Russell, last question. Ano yung natutunan mo in today's game?
Is yung yung lumabang kami and happiness.
Yes.
Nagbigay ng happy sa loob ng court.
Yes, of course. Lumaban talaga kayo and nag-enjoy lang kayo on the court. Thank you so much, Russell. Once again, this is Russell Fronda, our best player of the game. Back to you, Eric and Meta.
All right, thank you, Ayana. Congratulations, Russell Fronda and the rest of the VNS Griffins. Excellent win here. An extended set number 3, but they still pulled it off. They had 4 match points, and in fact, were down by a set point as well. But they never gave up. Montemayor with an excellent performance in set number 3, but a concerted effort for the Griffins allowed them to really get control of this match.
He kept mentioning how this was the tightest set of the whole game, and actually a scare there for for VNS dahil they have this goal nga to win in straight sets to have better chances for the semis. Pero yun nga, it was a complete team effort. Kapag kailangan nila ng puntos, nandyan si Fronda. Pero pag kailangan nila ng leadership, they have medalya and itong si Pemi Bagala, and also you have to credit their playmaker in Mangulabnan, really activating as much weapons as they can. Kaya naman yung atake nila in that last set, 18, their highest so far the whole game, and itong blocking sila been very consistent all throughout, but the errors, nangyari siya mid-set kung saan nakabuild ng momentum itong Santa Rosa, and they just really played confident until the last second of that game. But like I mentioned, VNS really got the better of them, and I guess maturity also played the role towards the latter part of that set number 3.
So, VNS, they get the win and go up 5-3 in the standings, while Santa Rosa City, they lose in their final game of the conference and will fall to 4-6 in the standings. Meanwhile, NU Archipelago Builders, currently ranked 10th in the standings, will take on Imus, looking to stay alive and keep within the top 4 of the standings. Thanks to our director, Christian Encarnacion. For Ayana Perlas Melatuna, I'm Eric Tipan. We'll catch you in just a little bit as these players warm up. But in our first game, a 3-set win by the Griffins against the Lions in the Open Conference of the Spikers Turf.